And they're off. Alright. Right off the bat, intro stage has begun. So it's basically a very mash-heavy stage. They want to hold right as much as possible. And just keep mashing away at the blue enemies. And then take out these hovering enemies to reduce as much lag as possible. And then when they reach the two mini-bosses, the Bee-Bladers, they want to try to take damage. Hopefully if the bees will shoot their little bullets on the ground. And then while they're in their invincibility, they want to try to walk behind the Bee-Blader and finish mashing out from behind. And they have to do this twice. So right there on Berlin's side, he got pretty good luck. You take damage from the bullet, which only deals 1 damage to you. And then you're likely going to take contact damage from the Bee-Blader for 4 damage. And you want to be down as close to 3 HP as you can. That will trigger the Vol grab at the end of this intro. Jafem looks like he's going to have to take a couple of hits to get down to 3 health or below. Berlin looks like he took an accidental HP grab, but that's fine. Here at the end here, you got these cars that you can use to take damage until you get down to 3 HP. Looks like Jafem's doing that. He's down to 2 HP. He needs to be careful not to take another hit from the car, or it'll kill him. And then you want to, as the ship spawns 2 more cars, you want to take them out very, very quickly. Jafem looks like he's going to have to wait a bit for this ship to get into position, where Berlin didn't have to wait as long, so he got back into the lead right there. And then basically you just want to get caught in Val's little shot there, and then let him get grabbed. This intro fight here is unwinnable, so you just get intentionally captured to progress the game. The world record for Mega Man X Any Percent is 31 minutes and 13 seconds by Akiteru, which is also technically low percent. Mega Man X Any Percent, the fastest way is to not collect anything except what is forced upon you. So technically it's also the low percent record as well. So as in all categories, or at least all the major categories, Chill Penguin is always the first stage we go to because we get the dash boots, which is required. There's no way to bypass that. So you're basically still holding right until you have to move upwards. And you may see them do a couple of slope jumps here. Basically what a slope jump is, when you're walking down a slope, you actually jump higher and you move forward a little bit faster than you would normally. It's just a tiny little frame saver. And Jafem takes the lead at the Dash Boots capsule. Berlin had a little trouble with a couple of jumps. Now we can go fast. Getting through this hallway here after getting the dash boots is a little difficult without having to stop. The little birds that stand in the way do take quite a few hits, and you do have the other enemies that just fly in the way. And here at the end of the stage where you got the snowball throwers. Sometimes you just take an intentional balk and you can just use your iframes to dash through the rest of the enemies. Berlin has to be careful though because he's at half health, and Chill Penguin on contact deals 6 damage. So what they're going to try to do, they're going to use a dash shot, which is firing just a regular uncharged shot during the dash animation, and it actually deals double damage. And then they're going to charge up their Buster to try to attack Penguin while he's not sliding, and jafem got a really good fight out of that. Also, Penguin, you want to see Penguin jump in the air or shoot the shotgun ice or blow his breath to make penguins. You don't want him to slide because you're unable to damage him. Berlin had to kind of play that fight a little safe because he didn't have a whole lot of HP to give in the first place. So the next stage, jafem chose Boomer Kuwanger, and so does Berlin. This is probably the most technical and maybe probably the most difficult of the early game stages to play. It's a major climbing stage, and if you're not careful, you can take a lot of damage very quickly from a lot of the enemies here, especially this section where jafem's coming through with the turtles. Those torpedoes that they fire do deal a lot of damage. And you see what jafem's doing here. He's pressing jump while he's in midair within the 7-pixel window of this wall, and he's actually able to get iframes but not take any damage. If he were to press right into the wall there, he would die from the actual spikes. It's a little glitch, nothing major, but it does help you get through that section without taking damage. Ooh, jafem had to wait on that platform to retract. That's going to allow Berlin to make up a little bit of ground. Okay, jafem tried to go for Iceless Heart just to try to get a heart tank, but it didn't work out, so he just passed it up. Berlin doesn't even bother. I wouldn't recommend going for that heart particularly for a safety item unless you can really get Iceless. But I mean, I don't blame him going for it. He was in the lead. So for Boomer Kuwanger fight, you can actually get him into a dance here. If you're close enough to him and you can jump out of his little deadlift attack where he'll try to grab you. But once you let him get out of the cycle, okay, right there, jafem managed to get him back into that at the end of the fight. Oh, but unfortunately Berlin died. So jafem's going to take a big lead here at the early part of this contest.
All right, sorry I'm late.
Oh, hello, Zam. Joining me is Energy Zam, the former world record holder for this category. How you doing?
Yeah, all pretty good. How's this race going so far? Looks like, other than the death, it seemed relatively close before that.
Yeah, it was pretty close before that. Berlin just had a little bit of trouble with the Kuwanger fight. Jafem's been playing pretty solid so far.
Ooh, Berlin could take the lead if he doesn't get the armor.
Yeah, jafem is going to go for the body armor here. It's probably the most common safety item that anyone who's not very experienced in this category would get. Always half damage is always a good thing. Jafem takes out the mini boss, no problem. Looks like Berlin's going to go for the armor as well.
Yo, he took the right armor. That guy was gonna jump into that. Or call the Reploid police.
You must be further ahead than me.
Oh, spoilers, I guess.
Looks like they both made it through the cave pretty well. They didn't take any rock damage. Sting Chameleon's a very basic fight. You just keep shooting him with boomerangs, and he just goes back and forth. Pretty trivial fight. Jafem may have shot... Okay, he shot enough boomerangs. Okay, I thought he was one short, but it turned out he was good. Well, looks like Berlin made up some time. He's not going to be too far behind after this fight. Since they both have armor, so we won't see, hopefully, another death. I think Berlin's already died twice. Or was that once? I can't be too sure.
Jeff, I'm going for another little safety item. Doesn't get the added benefit of going for that heart, though.
Oh, he's gonna try to get carpet. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for carpet there. It's actually viable. Like, if you can get it off of that heart, it's really pretty good. You can just ride the platform to the end of the stage.
Yeah, you gotta take kind of a specific route to keep it the whole way and not go way too high, but certainly an option if you want some safety items.
Oh, Berlin tried to, I think, dash jump off of that platform, but he ended up getting a bad kick. But Berlin's going for the sub-tank, though. Jafem didn't get the sub-tank, I don't believe, so that could be a difference later on. Unless he gets another heart tank from maybe Armored Armadillo. So luckily they have Storm Eagle's weakness, the Chameleon Sting, so they don't have to worry about too many dives should Eagle be kind of rude to him. Eagle went right away for Berlin. That's pretty bad, unfortunately. Following the weakness order, we're going to Flame Mammoth next. And I anticipate that we will see them grab the heart tank with the boomerang here. Jafem was going to try to get it. There he goes. Berlin skips the heart, so he's going to make up a little bit here. So all the boss fights from here on out are going to be pretty much academic. Dash shots will hit the boss for 2 HP of damage, so then after that, they just need 10 hits with their true weakness weapons. And with the Storm Tornado on Mammoth, you can actually get 2 hits per use. Just like that on Jafem's side. Ooh, it looks like he missed a shot. Or he started with the tornado right away. I didn't keep track of the HP there. But now they're both back pretty much tied. Only a couple seconds apart. Now for this stage, there's a couple ways to go about it. You can either just use Storm Tornado to take out all these enemies, or you can try to go through using Dash Lemons and the Shotgun Ice. It looks like they're both going to opt to use Storm Tornado. When they get to the mini-boss here, Thunder Slimer, they're going to switch to the Boomerangs, and they're going to try to get a lot of hits on Thunder Slimer, hopefully while he's stationary.
Ooh, jafem getting a bit of an annoying pattern.
Yeah, bouncing around is pretty bad. Looks like Berlin took the lead on that Thunder Slimer fight.
But yeah, the reason they want to use other weapons is that Tornado hits really quickly and easily, but other weapons deal a bit more damage. So if you time your shots right and get good positions, then you can get really nice damage output out of it. But Tornado's like really consistent.
Yeah, I think
like 5 times or something.
Yeah, I think you can also use besides the Boomerang Cutter. I think that does the Chameleon Sting work just as well, or is it just the Boomerang Cutter?
Yeah, Chameleon Sting and Boomerang Cutter both do 2 damage.
Jafem gets a lot of HP refills with those shots from those Fireflies. So Berlin hits Spark Mandrill with a Buster Shot first, and then he's going to constantly use Ice. That way, at the very last hit that Mandrill takes, he should be froze, and then he can just safely kill Mandrill without getting punched or any of the sort.
Jafem didn't even need all that HP he got. Easy peasy Mandrill.
Now for Armored Armadillo. Okay, you get to take a little bit of break. They can get to ride the minecart for most of the stage. I don't believe any of them is going to be doing any pit stop for any extra lives. I don't see it's not really necessary here. This isn't 100%. I know that was a big option during that tournament. A few people did opt to take some extra lives.
Yeah, at least on the second time around, it can be necessary, so you don't have to play the whole stage again.
Okay, Jafem does go for the sub-tank here in Armadillo. And then you can use the Fire Wave to take out the Mobor.
So how many sub-tanks does that put Jafem at? Did he grab the one in Eagle? I don't
No,
recall.
Berlin grabbed the Eagle sub-tank. Jafem grabbed the Dillo sub-tank, so they both have one right now.
Alright.
And Berlin just used the Boomerang to get the Heart Tank in this stage. I believe they're both even. Oh no, Berlin fell off the cart.
Ooh, that'll even things up a little bit.
Yep.
And Jafem going for that heart as well. That one's really free. One Boomerang away, you hardly even have to stop for it.
Berlin gets a good jump, goes right and touches the door immediately. And now they're just one screen transition apart. Let's see how nice Armored Armadillo is here. Oh, he's perfect for Berlin. Let's see on Jafem's side. Also perfect. Once you strip him of his armor, he's pretty much free.
Yeah, after his
nothing...
armor's gone, you don't mind if he rolls anymore.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do once his armor's gone. He can still take damage during the rolling. So Berlin has a 5-second lead coming out of the stage. With one Maverick to go. Storm Tornado, a very good weapon at this early section. Can take out those turtles very, very quickly. And with the submarines coming up, you want to use a little bit of Rolling Shield at first, but predominantly Chameleon Sting is what they want to use.
Berlin Dude getting a spot of bad luck. You really want the pattern that Jafem got just now.
Yeah.
Throws out the little other enemies. Because if he sucks you in, you're almost guaranteed to get hit. And this stage just has so much damage you pretty much always take.
Jafem avoided the death right there. He got pushed back into that pit, and he wall kicked off the very bottom of that, and I thought he was dead. Now for the Ouroboros here, it looks like you just wait for the his head to come out, and then you can just shoot a Storm Tornado, and that's pretty much free. Although if you don't time the Storm Tornado, I guess, in the right spot, you can actually move out of the tornado. Berlin is not opting to cut off the tentacles, but with armor, I guess there's no really reason why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, just kind of hope for the right luck.
Jafem also going with the Rolling Shield. But Jafem gets energy drain right off the bat from Octopus. And he's gonna go with the boomerangs. He's tired of that.
Oh, that's why we do this. Never mind.
So without the tentacles, the energy drain is now off the table for Octopus. All he can do is just jump around and shoot missiles. And Berlin has already started Sigma 1. So just like in the intro, Berlin wants to take damage to get his health down to 6 HP or less. The HP requirement is double what it was before, so you don't have to take as much damage. Oh, good save by Berlin.
Yeah, that was really close. It's so easy to just beef it right into the pit when that happens.
Yeah. That was fortunate. So, although he does have the armor on, he does have to wait and take a couple more hits, but, you know, you don't have full HP as you would in 100%, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, this is one of the downsides to taking a lot of safety items. You need to take so much more damage here.
Yeah. Berlin, grabbed the ladder there and dismounted just so he can jump into the ladder gap to set up, I guess, an easier way to skip the Val cutscene there.
Yeah, if you release the ladder, you still like maintain the same X position. So it's kind of easier. Like if you just climb the ladder and try to release at the right time, you kind of run the risk of just climbing the ladder completely.
Looks like they both got the Val tech skip.
Oh, and Jafem even got the black 0.
Nice.
Berlin clearly where they got the idea.
Yeah. And now we got Val. We got a poster of Val in his room.
Who knew Boba Fett was such a narcissist?
So it takes 8 hits with the Rolling Shield. Each hit deals 4 HP of damage, and after the fight, you get a cutscene with 0, and now you're forced to get the the arm upgrade, because without any rolling shield, the only way to damage Final Sigma is with a full Buster charge. But hopefully we won't see the full Buster charge on Final Sigma.
Yeah, you'd have to miss a lot of rolling shields to make that happen. Or just try to be a huge showboat.
Unless you're playing Buster only or something.
Yeah.
So the Kuwanger refight is done for Berlin. Jafem is doing that now. Basically, sticking to the wall and just firing torpedoes is always the best strat, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty safe if you're not super comfortable with doing the dance.
Yeah,
otherwise you can do it basically identically from the last fight, except you're doing 3 damage per hit instead of 2.
Yep. So now Berlin's on the bow spider fight. Every time that the bow spider will spawn his little web, he always has to take the first green line he comes to. So this fight becomes more about reading the patterns than anything else. Because if you're not in the right spot when bow spider reaches the floor, you're gonna miss the time where he opens up his weak point. And then as Berlin's missing a lot of shots here with that charged ice. There you go. Got to get a little closer with that charged ice. But yeah, as bow spider's HP gets further down, the faster he goes. So you have less time to read the patterns. What makes this fight even more annoying is those baby spiders can get in your way as well.
Jafem missing a bit of an opportunity to get a hit in there.
Misread that one completely.
I guess something to keep in mind on bow spider is that you can always hit bow spider no matter which of the 4 ropes he comes down all the way on. From the middle, if you just dash and release. Like even from dead center, you can still hit the left and right edges.
Okay, on Berlin's side, he's fighting Chill Penguin right now, which if he slides a lot, that'll eat up some of his lead, but looks like Penguin was fairly nice. Jafem did manage to take out bow spider. But we got the 2 most RNG heavy bosses, or at least the Maverick refights. Got Penguin and Eagle.
Yeah, we'll see how the RNG compares between them. Oh, Berlin dude going for charge rolling shield, conserve some of his sea sting ammo.
Not a bad play. I think the biggest time swing you could have here between good RNG and bad RNG is maybe 30 seconds, maybe more.
Yeah, 30 is probably the worst that you would likely see. I think technically Penguin doesn't really have a limit on how many slides he can do.
Yeah.
But probability doesn't tend to allow it to happen more than about like maybe 6 or 7 times in a fight.
Yeah, Walrus said it best. Birds are jerks. A blue eye from Berlin. Oh, and he gets it again. That's pretty good. Even if the walls close in, that's actually not terrible.
Yeah, having only 1 eye left when the nose is gone, that's pretty doable. Especially since after 1 eye is is dead, the other eye can only ever be red. So it's not like you ever get a blue eye that wanders into you or anything weird like that. You know, it only has one option.
And in addition, when the walls are closed in like that, the last eye will open immediately, so you don't have to worry about the walls opening back up again. Berlin doing the safe armadillo skip. By taking that damage off of that bullet, it turns him around, but knocks him in the perfect position to just let the charged ice go. And the sled, when it comes out, will just push him into the door.
Looks like Jafem got a bit of damage on both eyes. That can be okay too. If one of them's at one hit remaining, you can just kill it immediately.
Okay, Jafem is through Rangda. Still behind, but this race is not over by any means. Because we all seen what can happen in the final fights, for sure.
Ooh, did Berlin just get a 1-up?
Maybe. I didn't quite see it.
It was off the enemy right in front of the door.
Aw. Jafem going... Ooh, Jafem went right for the skip and got it. Nice.
Fire wave. Setting up the air auto that you can't do.
Charge boomerang strats?
I might just release the charge. It's kind of nice coming. Oh, he is doing charge boomerang strats. Alright. Only one though, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought Berlin got infinite there. He let him grab him at the very end. But he got through. That kind of worried me for a minute there. There is an unfortunate thing that can happen when you get caught in Octopus. His counter for the energy drain can underflow, and you cannot break out of it whatsoever. Curion was asking, is it only the very first frame? Zam, is that true? Is it only on the first frame, or does that have to?
It's dependent on how fast you mash out of the attack. Like, the game just doesn't do the proper less than or equal to checks, because the counter goes down once per frame naturally, but by a bunch more when you hit a button. So if you get it to exactly 0, and then it decrements once for the frame going by, then it can end up at 65,535.
Oh, okay.
It's really annoying. You gotta have to be really particular with your mashing to avoid it.
Or just let him just drain maybe a couple HP, and then you can just break out. I guess that could work also. Or would that also not work?
It's still possible to get infinited, but that's kind of the idea. I've never seen you technically can break out without taking any damage, but I've never seen it happen in a real-time run. So I think people just get really close, and that's where the first threshold is for getting infinited, is right around a perfect mash. So if you just screw up your own mash intentionally just a little bit, you can break out with only taking 1 damage and avoid the infinite.
Okay, Berlin is fighting the first of the 3-part final boss. Jafem is still not out of this. I mean,
yeah, he's
Berlin
not
can
far
die.
behind. He's on D-Rex.
Yeah.
Jafem did use his sub-tank earlier, so he might farm a little bit at the start of Sigma 4, just to get the little bit of extra juice.
Yeah. Berlin, I don't think, has used a sub-tank yet, so... Okay, for the second phase here, you want to shoot these electric sparks at the wall, and then they'll split when they hit the wall, so you want Sigma to kind of jump into the sparks path. You kind of have to time them. You have to space your shots out a little bit. If you shoot too far into the wall, though, the hitbox of the spark won't actually hit Sigma as he comes up towards you. So you gotta shoot the spark when you're kind of far from the wall when you're jumping out.
Alright, and Berlin dude coming into the home stretch.
Oh, and he gets clawed. That could matter. Oh, and he gets the other claw, but he has a sub-tank, of course.
Ah, he's just going for the sub-tank right away. Probably a good call.
Ooh, he's getting...
Dang, he's just getting hemmed in the corner.
And GG for Berlin. Finishes with a 36-31 on the race spot.
Wolf Sigma finally relaxed and gave him a bit of a break.
Jafem on Jedi Sigma. You know, this thought crossed my mind. Okay, there are 7 forms of lightsaber combat. I think this is a Taru that he's on right now, going back and forth. Ooh, Jaffa missing a lot of those electric sparks, though.
Yeah, it's actually pretty significant. Unlike most bosses, Sigma takes 2 damage from his weakness. So you need to hit him 16 times in order to kill him. But you only have 28 ammo, so you only have room to miss 12 times. Well, you know, only.
Oh. Sigma uses Soresu move to block the energy spark. That's unfortunate, but he's got only 4 HP left. I don't know if if he has a sub-tank, he'll use it right away, I think.
Yeah, he farmed some energy a bit earlier during the climb with charge rolling shield, so he should use the sub-tank here.
Yeah, he's got a full sub-tank.
Ooh, these claws are going ham too. These guys just can't catch a break.
Okay, claws being a little bit docile.
Yeah, they finally relaxed.
Oh,
so close.
Couldn't give him a break at all. The one claw just stood there, had its claw completely open, and then the other claw just moved him into the bottom of it. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, no, he's gotta get probably some more juice in his sub-tank and ammo for the fights again.
Yeah, the way the ammo allocation works, it'll go to the weapon with the lowest energy, which I believe in this case was the electric spark.
Well, they fill in
in
weapon swap right order. So like,
okay. So yeah, the shield.
It would do spark first and then ice. Yeah.
Actually, the shield would be first, and then spark, then ice.
Yeah. Well, he was on shield, so that was.
Yeah.
It fills whatever weapon you have out first, and then the other ones. There's actually a weird bug when it comes to the weapon refilling that way.
Mm-hmm.
Where normally what you would expect is that the overflow from say you're missing 3 ammo and you pick up a big drop that refills 8, you'd expect one of your other weapons to get 5. All of your other weapons will get 5. It's weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, if
all missing a lot of spark.
Yeah. Or maybe he just went with filling up shield and didn't realize that he still had to get spark. Because you have enough ice for 2 fights of the dog.
Yeah. You can kind of fight Sigma in a similar way using Buster. I think you really should go to the left side. Yeah, there we go. For whatever reason, when you're on the right of Sigma, sometimes he just doesn't climb, even if you're above him. Like, he'll try to run over to you. I tried to make a strat revolving around that, but it was too difficult for me to do consistently.
Sigma just proven too fast.
Yeah, if you get him out of the pattern you want to keep him in, it's a pretty difficult fight. He'll probably want to pause and check his ammo count at some point. Unless he's just waiting until he stops hearing the refill noise, then he'll know he's full on everything.
Yeah, he's good on everything now. Dog's not wanting to play nice either.
Ooh, he got through eventually. He hasn't taken too much damage, so this should be okay, as long as he has a relatively clean Jedi fight. Ooh, he keeps coming down. Needs to just let Sigma do his thing and climb everywhere.
Yeah, cleaner Sigma fight that time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully the claws won't do him in this time. You have to go right to that sub-tank. What's interesting about the sub-tank usage in this game compared to X2 and X3, you don't need a full sub-tank for your sub-tank to give you a lot of refill. If you're at critical health, it kind of gives you 2 HP per unit of sub-tank almost immediately.
Ooh, looks like he's gonna manage to pull it off pretty nicely this time around. Ooh.
There we go.
Don't get hit by lightning. 4409.
Nice.
For a jafem.
So Berlin gets the first win. This is a best 2 out of 3 for this match, so they will be playing right away for match 2, I'm pretty sure. Jafem's probably relieved that's over with, at least that first match. That was pretty painful. I think he died twice on Sigma.
Yeah, it looked like he was having more trouble with Jedi Sigma than Wolf Sigma, which is nice to see, because he should be able to deal with Wolf Sigma fairly nicely if he gets there.
Yeah, the big thing with Jedi Sigma is just how fast he moves. But if you can keep an eye on his movement and keep, out of his path, you should be okay. Yeah, without armor, just taking contact on Sigma is a lot in itself. Without any armor, you get slashed by a saber, you take 14 damage.
Dragonar spicing up the chat as usual. He does enough trash talk for everyone in the tournament. No one else needs to say anything.
Pretty solid run from Berlin, not much problem. I think if Jaffa maybe took a second safety sub-tank, and if he gets a lot of health along the way, then he could probably put up a bigger front against Sigma in the end, and maybe not die and have to waste a lot of time there at the end.
Yeah, if he grabs the Eagle sub-tank in addition to the one he already got, or maybe... I don't know, which sub-tank would be faster to get?
Armadillo and Eagle are obviously the two. You have to go out of your way to get the Mandrill tank.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you kind of have to get out of your way to get the Eagle one as well, but that platform doesn't take too long to go up.
And you have to go out of your way to get the Mammoth, unless you take the hidden top route. But
the super top route.
But then you have to deal with a glitch that can instantly kill you if you're not careful with your climbing and such. For those that don't know, you can actually go above the screen in Flame Mammoth at the very start. You can actually use the drill presses. You can wall kick off of one of them and up into the little gap that drops the mangled debris, and you can actually pull a Super Mario and just go across the top of the screen. And then you'll run into a hidden little wall. You'll see this, if you keep going right, you'll see the sub-tank that's glitched. But you'll run into a hidden wall, and you have to climb it quite a bit. And eventually you'll keep going right again, and then you'll fall into the section where you get the sub-tank, but the background's going to be green. But
and all the enemies are invisible.
Yeah, the enemies are also invisible, and also the screen doesn't scroll down if you fall, so it's kind of like a bottomless pit if you fall all the way down. So you actually have to wall kick all the way up to the top of the screen, and you have to make like a big giant wall kick. But you can get back across, and then once you get to the halfway mark, if you go back, it actually resets itself, and the stage is fine after that.
Yeah, just don't climb up over the stage on the second conveyor belt section. Yeah, if you do that and carry on to the right, you just end up in a no-win situation.
Yeah, there's nothing there at that point, and you're just dead.
I think a huge portion of the wall that you encounter at the end, you can't even kick off of, so you sort of fall and die.
You can't even kick off of it at that point. You're just stuck. So it looks like they're both starting right away for match 2. Jafem doing a pretty good job so far.
Alright,
that first
both
section.
players still full health coming into the bees.
Looks like Berlin got a passive bee. He took 2 hits off the bee itself. He's exactly 8 health. So if he takes 2 more bee hits, okay,
Ooh,
there's a health refill.
Some mercy health.
Yeah. If he would have got another passive and took 2 hits without that, he would have died. If you also take a missile hit, that's 2 damage, and that can also give you some iframes to get behind the bee. But you definitely want to avoid all the health that you can after the bees, so you don't have to deal with that. Ooh, okay, I thought Jafem got an unfortunate incident, but he made it out okay.
What is the estimate for this run? Yeah, 38 minutes is a pretty decent, reasonable estimate. Both runners are certainly capable of better, but you give them a couple minutes of wiggle room for an unfortunate death somewhere.
Yeah, Jafem and Berlin got opposite ships than they did the first match. Jafem got the better ship position this time, while Berlin had to sit and wait.
Yeah, it's such a big ship. Why does it move so slow? It's never gonna get anywhere.
Yeah. Just hear it go boom, boom, boom. Just waiting. X just pulls out his rich watch and goes, "Come on!"
Yeah, when it comes down to bail Vile out, it goes down super fast, but then it goes back up slowly. It's capable of moving fast, it just chooses not to. Whoever's piloting it knows we're in a rush.
It's probably Zero. Remember, Zero doesn't shows up until after he gets grabbed. Might have been Zero the whole time. So here at the very start of Penguin, you want to take out, what are those little columns that the axe guy... I don't know, they're just columns, I guess. That way you don't have to wall kick over them. And typically when you get to those, there's like a couple of hovering bees and a rabbit hanging around just waiting to get you. Jafem gets an extra life already.
Berlindude taking a bit of a damage boost through that section. Not too bad of an option, really.
Jafem did that final section pretty good. Still has all of his health. Once again, Berlin's just taking damage boosts, and he's about at half health, just like he was last time.
Should be alright as long as he keeps his distance a bit on Penguin. Don't want to take a silly bonk here or there.
That's 2 slots so far on Jafem's side. Ooh, he gets right in behind Penguin. Oh, get him. There you go.
That's really awkward when there's like an ice clone on one side and a wall on the other. You just never quite 100% sure what you should do.
Oh, Berlin shot that last shot a little too early. He would have been able to get him, I think, before that last jump.
Jafem keeping his lead, going into Kwanger stage. that was pretty slick.
Yeah,
Fire the charge
good
shot the other way to make the enemy dodge.
Yeah, those little wall enemies there, they'll quickly get out of the way if a charge shot comes their way, so...
They'll even try to dodge charged chameleon sting, which it doesn't actually attack. Really funny when you see that happen.
Jafem making use of the glitch here to avoid taking actual damage.
Yeah, you can kind of just sit in the corner and try to wall kick off those spikes the whole time in that elevator and be fine. You can also just stand in the right corner, really. Only one of those guys will even come close enough to hit you.
Ooh, had to bail with that ladder yetter being in the way. Jafem going for Iceless again a couple of tries. And just passes it up. That actually allows Berlin to make up quite a bit of ground. He was a little bit closer in regards to Jafem's position this time than he was in the first race. And now they're both pretty much seconds apart now.
Yeah, they had about this much distance between them in the last race at some points, where they're just like a little boss corridor apart.
Okay, Jafem gets the Kuwanger in his infinite there. Hopefully it's an infinite. Tiki did manage to get the infinite in his race earlier.
And Kuwanger breaks out first possible opportunity. Typical. Oh, and full screen teleports, of course. Well, at least both players are getting bad teleports, so it's not just one person getting boned.
Yeah, they both didn't die. At least Berlin died in his last race, so that was okay. At least he's right there with him this time. Puts a little bit more pressure on him in the later stages. Ooh, Jafem almost does a wrong stage select, but catches himself. I imagine they'll both go for the armor again, which will keep things close for quite a bit.
Yep, both players definitely going for the armor.
Ooh, first shot misses on Jafem's side.
It's okay, it didn't tink.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, they want to shoot 18 boomerangs, and they'll be left with 10 for the chameleon fight here at the end of the stage, since the weakness for both of those bosses are the boomerang cutter.
Oh, but Jafem gets Capsule Toe and berlindude doesn't, so I think we know who's going to win this one. Oh, they're really close after that.
Yeah, they're only about a second apart, I think. Let's see how Reeves' cave goes.
They got their shoulder pads now, they'll be okay.
Yeah. No helmet, though.
Yeah, who needs a tiara when you got shoulder pads, dude?
Jafem uses the boomerang to pick up another extra life. Berlin does not.
Stocking up.
Oh, I thought we were going to see mech strats from Jafem.
Yeah, the accidental mech strats where you just miss a dash and suddenly you're in a ride armor again.
Isn't in a task setting like getting the mech is like 1 frame faster?
It's a lot more than that. It's like about a second faster or so, but you have to do things really perfectly and not get any drops.
I thought it was less than that.
It's a good chunk faster, but not something that's particularly viable in real time, sadly. As cool as it would be to ride the ride armor through that area.
Ooh, Berlin used either he shot a boomerang too soon or something else. Chameleon teleported.
Yeah, I wasn't counting his boomerangs in the mini-boss fight. He may have used 19 there. Or he just missed a shot on Chameleon here.
Jafem almost did another incorrect stage select. Yeah, the stage select screen here in X1 compared to X2 and X3 is a little bit tricky at times because you've got that central window in the middle that if you use that to do your stage selects, it can throw you off if your D-pad inputs are kind of bad. You may end up on the wrong stage by accident when you press Y.
Ooh, Jeff, I'm not going for that heart this time.
Yeah. It could be that he sees Berlin being right on his heels. And they do both elect to get this, the Eagle sub-tank.
Ooh, Berlin dude. His hands are trying to betray him. He almost went for the helmet. Ooh, Jafem getting the Hundo Runners dream fight.
And Berlin's just right there behind him.
These guys are getting like really similar RNG.
See, like right there, you use the middle window there on that stage select to go over to Mammoth, I think, because you could actually select the middle window, and it'll still be like the stage you just went to. If you were to press select on that, oh man. Because you can actually select the middle window as on the stage select, and it'll just take you to whatever stage it shows.
Aww. The boomerang that would have grabbed the heart already had an item in it. Hate when that happens.
And Berlin takes the lead, although a small one.
Yeah, the safety items are coming back to bite Jafem a little bit.
Berlin takes a small bonk there. Has about a 3-second lead going into the Mammoth fight. Dragonar in chat complaining about all the safety strats.
Thought this was a man's game. Nah, dude, this is a children's game. It's E for everyone.
Actually, it didn't even have a rating. Only X2 and beyond had like the kids to adults rating. Yeah, the rating system for video games didn't come out till 1994, I believe.
Ah, that makes sense.
Or early 95, I should say. One of those two.
Jafem definitely not whipping that stage select. So yeah, nice, slow and steady. He's had enough close calls for one run. Hashtag Walrus is free. Now I hope Drago has to race against Walrus.
It'll probably happen. I'm sure someone can make that happen. Whoever's organizing the brackets, just to. Ooh, what's with these Thunder Slimers? They're just.
Yeah, only a few of the armor pieces are actually useful in this game. The boots let you dash. The Buster upgrade lets you use charged versions of the weapon. The armor is nice as safety, but you don't really need it. All it does is reduce damage. And the helmet literally only lets you break blocks from above.
Yeah, the helmet is only useful to help you get the Buster upgrade before you get it automatically from Sigma 1. That's basically it.
Oh, I guess it also blocks against the rocks falling on you in the cave and Chameleon.
Yeah,
but
but minor.
Yeah. And in this category, that wouldn't even be practical anyway, because you've already done Chameleon stage before Eagle.
Yeah. So yeah,
the helmet makes you cute. Yeah, you give X a little tiara. Nice. They are neck and neck right now.
Yeah, they're only about a second apart now. Jafem had
barely with a lead on the explosion.
Half a second. Yeah, they want to kill each of the Mavericks with X as close to the center of the screen as possible. So, because X has to walk to the middle before he can teleport out. So, if X is in the side of the screen, that's gonna eat into your time.
If only it started the jingle from anywhere and just let him walk.
Yeah. Jafem is going to take this sub-tank again. Berlin just does not go for it. Uses the boomerang to grab one of those capsules from in that enclosed section where you normally have to have the helmet to get to.
Unfortunately took a hit on the Met right there though, so he doesn't actually fill up anything in his sub-tank.
Yeah.
Oh, the old-fashioned way to get the heart.
Yeah.
Even had boomerang equipped just to taunt it, like, hey, I could have used this. Ooh, recoil through the door. That's the best way to do it.
At least he didn't end up on the cart and end up going backwards.
Yeah, that's the saddest way to go.
The momentum is just too strong to fight against it. Like if that happens, like you just have to go back and get another cart. Oh, but now Dillo's being super mean to Jafem.
The punishment for getting a safety sub-tank here.
Was on a good RNG C2 and gave it up.
Alright, so berlindude has about a 15-second lead, just that explosion and the jingle and everything. So they're still fairly close, could really go either way.
Yeah, even Octopus could even be a factor. In fact, even Sigma 2, if it stays this close, Sigma 2 could even them back out. But yeah, I think the general strat here for the submarines is you want to use Chameleon Sting since you have quite a bit of ammo to use. And I guess being as far away from the submarine baits the sub into bringing out those, I guess the little fish. Is that correct, Zam?
Yeah. Being far away makes them want to use that attack more often. I guess their RNG just kind of... Well, it depends on literally the RNG, but also how far away you are. Kind of like Vile in the intro.
Jafem taking the high road over the
preserving his HP as best he can.
Yeah, and over that pit.
Ooh, nails the Utu this time.
Gets a good shot on the Ouroboros. Octopus being pretty nice to Berlin right now. Really nice.
Oh, typical. Right on into the energy drains.
Up, another swirly. And another one.
Yeah, 3 in total. That kind of sucks. But what can you really do? Besides chop his arms off, I guess.
Yeah. And that cost you another 3 seconds. Berlin taking his time here. Getting up to the fortress. Wisely maneuvering himself around those health refills.
Yeah, getting a big drop like that would mean he'd have to get hit like another 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Jafem picks up another one up. He should have plenty of lives now. Oh, gets a weird kick off that platform. Luckily, he didn't. Oh! Oh!
Oh, the platform saves the day. Oh, eat and dash. We're going up the casual way. All right.
Goodness.
Made it.
I thought for certain he was going to die, but that lift was right there. Gosh. Berlin takes down Val.
Yeah, this fight's actually another good one to have the armor for. Vile is very mobile, and he does 8 damage on contact, so with the armor it's only 4.
Jafem gets the poster again. Good fight from Jafem's side.
Yeah, Vile just hanging out on the left.
Kuinger tried to get behind Berlin to deadlift him, wouldn't have it.
Who's winning? Berlindude has a bit of a lead right now. He just finished the Kuinger refight, and Jafem's on his way to that fight as we speak.
There's a set of spiders from Berlin's side. There's another set.
But only 2 crossing pattern, that's pretty okay.
Yeah.
All these spiders, though, I could really do without.
Welcome to Charlotte's Web. And now, oh, that was a good fight from Berlin. Didn't miss any ice this time. Hopefully Jafem doesn't get any baby spiders. He might be able to make up a little bit of time.
Ooh, keeps getting 6 crossings. That's like the worst you can get, and he's gotten 3 in a row.
Ooh, I think he missed there on that one. Not a bad fight on Jeff's side.
Yeah, that's much better than the last race, if I recall.
Ooh, Berlin's out of fire. But luckily you can still do that to Penguin. I've always wondered, like, in the Penguin fight, if you could just do Buster for a little bit and then go to fire, will that make him not want to slot as much? Probably not. He'll probably slot every time at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. The Buster knocks him out of attacks as well. It's weird. Maybe if you could get him to do the Ice Breath specifically, it might be worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you would have to, like, know that that's coming.
Yeah. Man, Jafem's getting a lot of slots also, and he's about to run out of fire. And he just ran out. Oh, we got froze just as the last shot hit him. So, Penguin definitely being a jerk this time around. Oh, he's gonna get a mech. What's he doing?
He's getting chased. Go back to the Penguin room. Oh, almost into the pit.
I think Charge Fire Wave consumes a lot of energy. So if you find yourself charging up that during the Penguin fight and you let loose the Fire Wave and he just decides to start sliding, oh, it's bad.
Yeah, you really only have enough ammo to use about 3 charged Fire Waves. And then you have to be pretty conservative with your ammo after that, like only just barely tapping the shoot button. So you can get a lot of use out of Fire Wave with little ammo if you're careful with it.
Jafem got a good eagle, at least.
Yeah, it looks like Berlin dude's about a boss and an explosion ahead.
Yeah, he's definitely in the driver's seat. Doesn't look like he's gonna get stopped anytime soon by anything.
Reset up that damage boost into the Dillo skip. Wasn't feeling confident on that first one.
Yeah, I thought it was set up on the first one, but just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he's more practiced at it than me. He'd know better. Alright, only thing left is the nose. Nice, and he's reasonably close to the center too.
Berlin's 2 bosses ahead. Berlin getting some good RNG from Mandrill. Mandrill just staying there in the corner and just timing those ice shots perfectly.
Alright, here we go. This charged boomerang from jafem is going to be pretty worth doing. The one at the start of the fight, it hits him so early. Oh, he didn't release it right away though. You can release that right as the fight starts, and that top piece will just
it'll
crash
hit him.
right into him.
Berlin was trying to go for a charged rolling shield as Octopus came out of the energy drain. Got it that time though.
Facto keeps it up. Oh, never mind. jafem could catch up.
Ooh, shot that last ice a little too soon, but no problem. Octo says Jafem's going down. I beg to differ.
Getting a bit of energy drain. Looks like maybe only the one. Two. One more for the road. Typical, right at the end.
Ooh, Berlin getting good luck there, baiting D-Rex to clamp down.
Yeah, after the first chomp, you can always bait a second one, and then D-Rex is guaranteed to move around after that. Just a little nice thing you can do to keep track of what he's doing without relying too heavily on just luck.
Berlin's still leading going into the final set of fights here.
He's about to go up against the first of three, while Jafem's on D-Rex, which is just before the bosses that Berlin's at, so they're still kind of close, but without a death, I think Berlin can take it.
Had a pretty good dogfight there.
Ooh, Jafem's getting the annoying pattern for D-Rex, where he just slams around at high speed.
Alright, Jafem takes down D-Rex. Berlin's working on Jedi Sigma. I don't know if Berlin intended to shoot that electric spark to the right. I thought it was going to hit.
Yeah, he's gotten some close calls on the right side sparks.
Jafem farming for more ammunition, or he's farming for health because all your weapons refill.
He's got 2 sub-tanks, so you might just farm them up a little bit.
Ooh, Berlin got up there and fell down. Gotta be careful. Oh, the claw. Okay, he's gonna have to burn the sub-tank.
He should be okay now, though. He's got quite a bit of health to work with.
Yeah, it looks like Berlin's gonna...
So you didn't even need it.
Yep, and GG Berlin.
Finishes.
Berlin...
35-38.
RaceBot has him at 35:39, and he improved his race PB by 52 seconds.
Nice. Jafem should be able to finish up pretty soon. He's got a lot of sub-tank to work with.
Yeah, he's got 2 sub-tanks this time. Hopefully...
Ooh, this dog, though.
Yeah, this dog is rabid. Yeah, he's going to burn this sub-tank right away. Or if he's careful, he may not have to, but he's going to have to be very, very careful. Oh, I thought that it was going to hit him, but okay. Okay, Jafem will burn a sub-tank here just to get his health back. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong this time. He can finish off all 3 forms with no problem.
Yeah, supposing that Wolf Sigma doesn't go completely insane with the attacks, he should be pretty much fine. Ooh. Nice little, like, clip up through the claw. Yeah, we got it again.
And GG Jafem, he's going to get this. There he goes. Jafem clocks in with a race time of 38:11, and he improved his race PB by 6 minutes.
I suppose that's probably his second race then of this category.
I think. I
think last run he got a 44.
Yeah, he had a 44, and I don't believe he had a PB posted on the leaderboards before the tournament began.
Well, getting a 38 so soon, that's actually pretty solid.
So, Berlin wins 2-0 in this round-robin matchup in Group H. Berlin has another race in about an hour and 20 minutes, I believe, against Shadow Zero, I think. I think that's who he plays next, or he plays 2-stop. I'm not sure. I don't have the bracket up right now. But Berlin is playing all of his matches today. That was the plan
Oh, yeah,
for
looks
him,
like he's up against 2-stop pretty soon, and then after that, Shadow Zero.
Okay. So, yeah, 2-stop is the highest seed in his group. But Berlin, I'm pretty sure if he can win against Shadow, he will guarantee himself into the bracket phase. I do believe the top 2 from each group is going to advance. I'm actually going to step out. Zam, if you would like to do post-race interview, I believe both of them will jump in the call here in a moment. I do have to step out to take care of some things, but I will be back for the 4 o'clock race. If you're free, I think you'll be in here also for that, I think.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Alrighty. Well, you take it from here, Zam, and thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you a little bit later.
Alright, catch you later, Justin.
Thanks, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Berlin dude.
How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
How did you feel about your runs? And are you confident going into your matches against 2-Stop and Shadow Zero?
Yeah, well, I changed my controller. It's not excuse, but other one was very, let's say, not working anymore, and this one is very stiff, so it's fine. I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's why I played a little bit bad in the first race, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Gee, a win's a win. Can't complain too much, I think.
No, it's fine. Just telling what happened in the first race, but yeah, second was closer. It was a good race.
Yeah, you guys both played pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, I choked Sigma fight pretty hard on the first round.
Yeah, the first race you had some unfortunate Jedi Sigma fights.
Yeah.
It looked like you had a much better grasp on Wolf Sigma. So once you got there with a reasonable amount of health and a not horrible pattern, you nailed him pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I have run Hando before, so.
Yeah, the first race also had a really crazy pattern with the claws. They crushed me every 2-3 times or something, if I remember. And it was not so easy to survive.
Yeah, you guys both just had crazy patterns. I think for a bunch of the races you just had really similar luck on a lot of the bosses. Like this last run you guys had like almost identical eagles. Like
Nice.
Jafem's just stayed on the ground and Berlin's went up once and then just came back down.
Cool. Yeah, it's like the game are connected, the games are connected with the same
Yeah.
game input or whatever. Just looking
Yeah,
at
a lot of the difference in time was picking up different safety items. And maybe if Jafem cuts down on that a little bit,
Yeah.
shore up his end game a bit with a little bit of practice, he could really do well in his group.
Yeah, I just took the armor because 50 seconds losing a run is crazy. I mean, it makes no sense to go for risky strats in the beginning, like just going for that. It's my idea. Of course, if you play a 31er like you or later 2-Stop, something else, but we are identical PBs or similar PBs, it should be fine going with the armor.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. The armor was pretty much mandatory for me because I've never run any percent before, so.
So you're newbie in that category, yeah?
Yeah, this is the first time running any percent.
Got a pretty respectable PB then, considering you're new to the category.
Yeah.
It's so easy to die like everywhere in the end game in any percent.
Yeah, I know.
If you haven't picked up like 20 items.
Yeah, it's like when we see the 31 runners, it's like, okay, it's a do or die, especially in the ending, like one hit with the lightning or whatever, and you're dead. Or you have the bad pattern and the claw is closing. I see that so many times. GG, jafem. Good race, man. Thanks.
Congratulations on winning.
Thanks. Two more to do. Two more today.
Yeah. Yeah. Berlin, you have all of your matches scheduled today. When do you think we'll be seeing more of you, Jafem, in this tournament?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hold off a bit and practice some more, or you gonna try to just knock them out real fast like Berlin?
Probably gonna try to schedule them all this week. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it was like jafem. We talked about Monday, and then 2-Stop was free on Monday too, and Shadow Zero 2, so I said, okay, come on, let's go with everything on this. So everything is behind me, and I don't have to think about that anymore. Since we are the 4 group, there are some 5 groups, right, Sam? There are some 2, 3 groups of 5.
I think there's one group of 3, and that's Akiteru, Nero, Lasso. Everything else, I believe, is 4.
Oh, so there's no 5. Good. Thought that. Cool. So yeah, in 1.5 hours, 2-Stop, and then 2 hours later, Shadow Zero, then bad time or something.
Yeah. Long day of Mega Man X.
Mega Man X forever. So thanks for the commentary, Zem. I think Justin also thank you. He's not here anymore.
Yeah, Justin had to dip out. He'll be back in an hour and a half though for your next match.
Yeah. And cheer Speed Gaming. Thanks for doing the tournament. Always happy to play MMX Speed Gaming. Not the first time. Thanks, Fiesel. Okay, I'm out. So see you later. I practice a little bit.
Yeah, I'm also out. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you. See you.
Alright, and I believe that's all for right now. At the very least for the X Any tournament. I don't know if there's anything scheduled in between matches on Speed Gaming 2, but there's other stuff going on the other Speed Gaming channels, so you guys can go check out that if you like. And with that, I'll drop out as well, and I might be back later for more commentary. We'll see. So thanks for watching.